Football players have been suspended from the team after running naked with Oreos wedged in their buttocks. What a lovely title. Several of you weirdos sent me this article, so you really want to hear about Oreos in people's butts, it seems, you sickos. Well, fine. We'll go from the Lego pooping thing to Oreos in your butts. I like to keep it highbrow around here at Weird AF News, obviously. Classy, baby. Keeping it classy. This took place in Illinois. Byron, Illinois. 10 football players at a northern Illinois high school were suspended from the team for 3 games after they ran across a field naked with Oreo cookies wedged between their buttocks. There's no video or picture provided, so I don't know how they did it. I'm gonna guess. Did they take a sleeve of Oreos? You know, you can buy a sleeve of them and then wedge that in their buttocks going inside the butt, or did they put it sideways just in the crack? You know, just wedged it in the crack. How far up the butt do these Oreos go? You know, fitting an Oreo up your butt that sounds problematic to me. Without it breaking, anyways. I mean, you could get it in there broken in pieces, sure. But keeping it up there all together, I mean, how to... Now, it must have been that the Oreos weren't completely inside their butt. Because then no one would see it as they streaked across the field. And the point of this whole stunt was for people to see that you had Oreos in your butt, I assume, as you run naked across a field, right, during the game. So then they must have been sticking out somehow. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to put it together like a true detective here, you know. I'm no Oreo in the butt detective, you know, as a career, but, you know, hey, I'm open to it. The Rockford Register, which must be their local newspaper, reports that the Byron High School players were suspended for indecent exposure, but that the school administrators concluded that they went on the, quote, Oreo run at the school's football field voluntarily and were not victims of hazing. Yeah, they never made, in other words, they didn't make each other do this. So it's not a hazing victim. They actually volunteered to do this. They were like, hey, we need some people who will run across the field during a football game with some Oreos in their ass. And several people were like, on the football team were like, I'll do it. Maybe it wasn't during the game because obviously they're, well, that doesn't say. I mean, I don't know. Are they players that were on the team and they sort of stripped down during the halftime and ran across the field? I mean, I need more information here. Did they run across the field when there was not even a game? And which is what's the point of that? Because then no one's going to see you. You know, this prank needs to be seen. Why run across the field with Oreos in your butt if no one's going to see it? It's like a tree falling in the woods and no one's there. If a buttocks streaks across a football field with Oreos wedged inside, but there is not a game going on, therefore no onlookers, did the butt crack actually run by with the Oreos within? This is a deep philosophical question that I think we need to devote science to getting to the bottom. They call it the Oreo run. Is this a new YouTube stunt now? You got the Tide Pod challenge, the Ghost Pepper challenge, the Cactus challenge. If you haven't seen the Cactus challenge, please look that up on YouTube. But brace yourself because it's a bloody mess. People eating cactuses. The Oreo run. Is this a new one? Is this a new one that the kids are doing? Shoot, man, I'll do an Oreo run in Union Station, downtown LA, if you give me enough cash. Now, some sort of letter was sent to the parents of the students who admitted to participating in this Oreo run, and these students were forced to sit out some games, some football games. And one of those games was their championship game. And they lost that championship game. This is what happens. Hey, if your star player wants to put Oreo in his or her butts and run across the field, sometimes you gotta give him or her a free pass and let him play the championship game. Otherwise, you're gonna lose the championship game, guys. And what can we say? Sometimes, you know, sometimes your best quarterback really wants to know what it feels like to do an Oreo run, and you gotta allow that if you want to compete. So stupid, man. I've never been a victim of hazing. I've never done a stunt quite like this, but I gotta tell you, I've always wanted to run onto a baseball field during a real Major League Baseball game. I just can't ever afford seats that are close enough to the field. This is the problem. My whole life, never sat first row like that. This past year, I have a wealthy friend who took me to a Dodger game, and we did sit right behind the Dodger dugout, first row. The dugout was right there. But you would think, oh, then you can get on the field, can't you, Jonesy? No, they put a net. There's a net now. Used to be able to just, enjoy the game without looking through a net, but now they put a net up because somebody got hit in the face with a foul ball or something. Someone wasn't paying attention. Some lawsuit, and now everybody's got to watch the game through a damn net. And I can't get on the field. It prevents me from getting on the field and streaking like I want to with Oreos in my butt. Although I wouldn't do Oreos. What would I do? I would do a 100-gram bar, because that's my favorite candy bar. And when you buy a 100-gram bar, here's an extra treat about it. Like a Kit Kat, it comes with not just one. You get multiple, usually 2 100-gram bars. Put those in my butt, and run across the field. Okay, I've obviously lost my mind.